What is up, guys? Welcome back to another Bloxburg video. We're still here with Keisha. Anyway, guys, this is the old plot that used to be our modern house behind me. As you can tell, gone. We are going to be building a warehouse property that is entirely meant just for seasonal items. Alright, so as you guys can tell here, what I ended up doing was basically what every other YouTuber did. I created the plus and the X to get my center point, and then I started trying to map out some roads. I'm still on the fence on whether I want to change anything or not, like, honestly. When you guys kind of see the end product, you'll kind of understand where I'm coming from. And then I also just started mapping out a couple buildings. So I had an idea that I wanted, like, 5 or 6 different buildings, and I think we ended with 7. We ended with like 2 small ones, I think 4 medium ones, and like a really big one, because when the holiday season for Halloween comes around, I want a really big building because I love Halloween, like, a lot. And then I don't know what the other ones are gonna be. They might be like, you know, the one we're building in this video is the Valentines Day one, and I kind of want to do, you know, obviously a Christmas one when that comes around again. Same with Halloween. I'm probably gonna put like my Bloxburg items in one of these warehouses just so that they're not in my storage. And then I'm also probably gonna put the bug collection stuff again in a building just so they're not in my inventory. As you guys can see here too, I kind of like decided to redo some of the buildings and push them farther back so that I kind of have a bigger loading dock area in hopes of building a custom trailer, which I'm not gonna lie, it was really late at night when we were filming this, and I forgot to custom make a semi-truck for this building. So what you're seeing me do now is the floor, like the main building, the landscape around the building, all of that stuff is done, and the building is filled up, which you guys will see. But I never did put the custom semi, so when we do one of the other buildings, I'll make a custom semi for it, and you might see me plop one back over here. Now, I'll be honest, guys, I did not realize when I was building this that you could, you know, elevate the doors so that they're not locked on like the floor terrain, which you guys will see me later on. You'll see an unedited clip of my friend telling me that, and you'll see me fix it, which is really funny, which is why I left it in there. But a lot of things were basic shape. I wanted the elevated floor height, as I said, for the trailers, which means I had to make custom steps to get into the side of the building, the custom floor, and then, like, I obviously had to do a custom railing, and it was, honestly, I've been really getting into the custom shapes, and it's been really fun. But anyhow, here, in just a second, I'm gonna stop with the voiceover so that you can listen to that fun clip when my friend finally tells me that what I'm doing is entirely pointless.
What you making, Dylan?
A door.
A custom door?
I have to. I don't have a choice. Because I made a custom elevated floor.
Oh, that's your fault.
So you can't put a door up there.
Yes you can. You can't move the doors up. Right next to cancel.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, so that's kind of why I decided to leave that in there for you guys, because it was kind of like a funny thing of what happens during the recording, which my plan originally wasn't to do a voiceover for this video, but, you know, me and my friends got into talking, and it was kind of like, I made it like over halfway into the build, and I was like, oh, I haven't said anything. So one thing that you guys just saw too, I don't know if you took notice, was I wasn't able to move the doors up as far as I would like to. So The doors are actually like behind those fake walls there, and they're a little down in floor height. But when you open the windows, surprisingly, you can't, or the door, I should say, not the window. When you open the door, you can't tell. And this railing was kind of interesting. I was kind of toying with ideas for designs, which is why I don't know if you guys noticed, like a cylinder came into play for a second or two. But this game, for some reason, you can't make the cylinder as skinny as the cube basic shape. So when you're building a railing like this, you kind of have to stay with the cube because honestly, the cylinder is just way too big to make a good railing for this scale. But I think it came out really nice. Not as nice as I would have liked it to, but pretty good for honestly only my second ever custom railing. Honestly, I haven't really made many custom railings. And then I was fighting with color too, but nothing too major. And then this is where it gets to the fun part of me actually filling it in. And there are some items I went a little ham with, like the big heart lights. I feel like I might have put down a little more than I should have. And then after that was put down, I put down these nice shelving units because I knew I wanted like an industrial look, like because it's a warehouse. But I wanted it to also kind of match the theme, so I made it pink. And I was also just glad I didn't have to make it out of basic shapes. And then obviously, like I went through each item, and you can see I did the bags, the broken hearts, the band-aided back together, the poppers, the pillows, the plates, both the flat plates and the standing up, like decorative, like collector style plates. And I did this with everything: the heart pillows, the bears, which you'll see later on, the hanging hearts, and the other like hanging spirals. I didn't do a lot of because one of our other builds we do have a lot of them. And when when it gets to the end of the season where it's not February anymore and I remove all of those off of those builds, they're going to be in storage and I'm going to have to put them in the warehouse here to get them out of the way. The only thing I didn't do a lot of was like the medium bears and the large bears because there really wasn't necessarily a need for that necessarily because I'm going to be honest, I don't really use the stuffed animals much at all, so I don't really need them. And then another thing that you guys are gonna see, which was really fun, me and my friend were working on our cooking skills at one point. So we made a lot of holiday food, a lot of Christmas food, because that's when we started, is when the Christmas food was still available. And we were finishing up when the Valentine's Day update came out. So we have so much Valentine's Day food that I think it was enough to technically fill up like 3 or 4 of these industrial shelves with some of the items partially glitching inside of each other, which is what you're seeing us do now is move all that food, which took a while because currently where I'm voicing over is at 1,000 times the speed, and you can still see how long it's actually taking to do this. Now I will say, like, some of the items that we did not get into this building that I kind of forgot about until right now doing the voiceover is like I didn't go and get any of like the flowers or bouquets from like the vendors that are in town. I got a decent amount of boba. I'm probably gonna go buy more, honestly. Um, but yeah, I didn't get like any of the flowers or bouquet items. So I would like to go and get those, and I'll probably just end up like sticking them in the warehouse off camera. And then when we make the next video for whatever other warehouse building we're doing, I will most likely end up just like letting you guys know, like, hey, we put these items in here, and kind of like updating you and showing you guys what we added. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I either already have or I'm going to speed up the rest of this footage until we get to the end of the video when I kind of go over everything with you guys at the end, or we get to another part that isn't me putting food away. Okay, and then once we got all the food put away, I kind of decided to go back in and switch where these statues were, because they were kind of glitching through the wall, and kind of rearrange the hearts, fix the windows up a little more. Also did a little bit more of like some exterior building stuff. Kind of added some nice edge trim, added some like nice like roof edge trim. I wish that I could have added some trim to like the curvature of the roof, which you guys will see I tried to. But it left this like funky empty space. And I said it was late at night. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I could have figured it out. I could have fixed it. Didn't really want to necessarily deal with it. Um, and then also added like the lower strip of trim, and then started doing the landscaping. And you guys are gonna notice it might look a little weird. I only did the landscaping up to the point of where I know it's not gonna interfere with the buildings on either side when we get to them. So it does look funky, but it's honestly not like too terrible. And then I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like I got a pre-built property that I remodeled, which you guys will see in a future video at a different point. And it really made me realize a much better way to do landscaping than what I was doing. So, to be honest with you guys, honestly, getting a pre-built, as much as some people might hate on you, because there are some people that see you with a pre-built and go like, ew, they got a pre-built. Hey. Sometimes it gives you inspiration and ideas, like even if you just go look at other people's builds, which is why like I'm one of those builders that anytime somebody comes and asks if they can, I am more than willing to give them a tour. So with that, guys, the footage is slowed down. I hope that you guys enjoyed the build so far. I know we only have one building done out of what's going to end up being 7, but it's going to take some time, especially because I would much rather do them around the holiday. But I might make the buildings in preparation, just that they're built. But this is kind of like a final look to look around the building a little slower, see some of the details that were put in that you might have missed with how fast that the footage was going earlier. But I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, because I definitely did enjoy making it. This is my second Bloxburg video, so fingers crossed, we'll see how it goes. Anybody watching this, I would appreciate your feedback. I hope to see you guys watch the next one. If y'all stick around after I say goodbye, you'll hear my friend saying something massively random right when I was about to end the recording. That was super funny, so I decided to leave it in here. Anyway, well, have a good rest of your night, evening, day, afternoon, morning, whatever it might be. I will see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Toodaloos!
Eggs, y'all. They're coming for the eggs.